to the Grace Grella Show. I am Grace Grella, your intuitive host, and as always, we're here to get you into the positive zone. So if you need information about your love life, your health, your finances, your friends, whatever it takes to put a little pep in your step, we're here for you. And tonight is a really special show. We have a very special guest in the house, Sharita Star. What woman, we love that you're here tonight. Thank you, thank you. Author and, beauty queen extraordinaire. I just threw the beauty queen in there because she could be. And her book is entitled It's All in the Name. But isn't it, though? The Name Game, that's an old way back song from back in the day. And two lucky people from our audience are going to be gifted a copy of this book. Of course, if you want one, you don't have to be left out. You can go to Sharita's website at sharitastar.com. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And order it for yourself. It's a page turner. Find out about yourself. And as the Greek philosopher said, know thyself. And this will help you do just that. And play the name game with your own name. It's great. But what's even better is we have Sharita here live and in person. And Sharita, I am so blessed. This is the first time I'm actually meeting you in person.
I know.
I'm so happy about that. Lovable Leo that you are. And I'm just so excited that you're going to share your gift with the audience here today and with the viewers. And could you let us know how you really got into all of this? What was the start of this for you?
Well, first of all, my gratitude, my great true attitude of gratitude for having me.
Pleasure.
It's a pleasure to be here with you and with your beautiful and wonderful audience. So I look forward to the show. What started for me? Well, I was 7 years old and I started reading the horoscope, kind of by default because it was next to the funnies. And I always took note of it. I always kind of figured out birthdays. I always had a thing. I never understood I was doing anything special. And it was when I was a little later on in life, I always gravitated to tarot cards and, I liked people kind of, I liked that kind of stuff. I was into it. And by the time I was around my first Saturn return, and I think you know a little bit about astrology, so
28, 29?
That's that age, and we all go through this 28 to 29 years of age. We go through this cycle in astrology called your Saturn return. It's the first time Saturn comes back around to where he was in your chart when you got here. And so that was when I was in Denver, Colorado, at a trade show working for Astro Music, and these cards, I stumbled across them in a publisher's booth. And I was like, wow. And I said, these cards, and these are Linda Goodman's star cards. And I had star signs given to me in my late 20s, and I kind of tinkered around with it. I didn't really finish it. And it was like this voice inside my head went off and said, go home to New York and read that book. So I did. That was the beginning of how all this stuff, it's like, I remembered that astrology connects to numerology and then I learned about, and I finished the book this time, so I learned about those lexicograms that I ended up devoting a whole book on, and that was really my story. So Linda Goodman is my source of inspiration.
Yeah, love her.
God bless her soul, up in spirit, and she really, I really pretty much take what she did in star signs and have taken it to a whole different level. And that's why I decided to write that book, because she talks about the lexicograms all throughout, and that's what we'll talk about tonight, what they're about. But she talks about them extensively in one chapter, and they're all sprinkled throughout the book. And but nobody had ever written a book about them, and I was just fascinated by how this can happen. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, And there's loads of astrology books, there's loads of numerology books out there, but I said nobody's done a book on these lexicograms, so.
You saw the niche and you went for it. And that's just typical Leo fashion. Don't worry, I'll take it over and I'll save the day. And you did, okay? And we're very grateful for that. And what we really want to do is kind of show you off a little bit. So, Sue-Ann, you want to come up to the microphone, honey? And we have a cute little Capricorn here with us this evening. Hi, Sue-Ann. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Come up to the microphone so we can hear you.
Is this good?
Yeah, perfect. Okay. And you're January 19th.
January 12th.
Oh, January 12th. I'm thinking, I'm thinking of Michael Crawford. He just popped into my head. Okay, so he's the 19th. January 12th. And what's your question for Sharita today?
Wow. I guess, what my main question is? I purchased 2 books, and being a Capricorn, I need to know where everything is at all times, and I can't find them.
St. Anthony. St. Anthony, please come around. Something's lost that can't be found. Within 3 days, you will find them. And they will be recovered. I kind of feel they're in your living room somewhere.
My living room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just saying. Okay. But I think it's kind of cute how people think that we're lost and found, for them with our gifts.
You mediums have a very good knack at finding lost objects. That's not my area of expertise by any means, but we can certainly tell you a little bit about your timing.
Thank you.
And what's kind of happening. So of course you're a Capricorn and born to the 12th of the month. That's your karmic path. So this is the energy via the numerological side of looking at things. That's blending and gelling with who you are as a Capricorn. And what ties numerology and astrology together is the planets. So even though you are the Capricorn, you have qualities like a Sagittarius because the ruling planet of your karmic path rules Sagittarius as well. So when I'm looking at a 12, I see a 1 and a 2 reduced to a 3, so that's where I'm finding Jupiter's influence. So you have, for a Capricorn, I would say, you're not so that all traditional-based kind of Capricorn. You're a little more freedom-loving. You really love your communication skills quite a bit. One thing about your karmic path being born to the 12th versus like if it was the 3rd of January or the 21st, well, then that would make you an Aquarius anyway. But the 12 is all about you have this very generous energy about yourself. You have to watch giving too much to other people before you've already filled your own cup up. So always be very cautious about that because you're a little over sometimes with your space with people. So make sure you can't give from an empty cup, so to speak. And remember, perfection is a journey, not a destination. So don't get caught up in that too much because you are a very strong worker, very hard worker.
But I think all Capricorns have that brilliant work ethic.
Oh, they all do. Yes.
Yeah, it's in their DNA.
But she's kind of like in the category of she's tried a bunch of different things. She's like the multitasker. So she's got a little bit more. She's not so much like I'm always going to go in this one direction. I'm going to go like I'm going to try something over here. I'm going to try something over here. I'm going to go.
Well, I don't know. Isn't One Direction that cute boy band? She might go in that direction. But right now we're going to see with what Pam's doing on the telephone line. Hello, Pam. Are you there? Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Pam. How can we help you tonight?
I'm just calling for you to tell me something.
A little something, something. You're such a Scorpio. You don't want to give anything away, right? Okay. You tell me, baby, because I'm not going to tell you. Okay. All right, Pam. Well, the first thing I really want to say to you tonight, honey, is that there's something to do with moving or wanting to move. Have you been considering relocating, making a move from where you live? There's something to do with who do you know in the Carolinas, darling? South Carolina.
I don't know anybody in South Carolina, but I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, you're in North Carolina. Okay, I jumped the border here. Okay, intuitively. Well, let's just roll with this because Spirit always has a reason. Right now you're in North Carolina, but I feel that there is going to be an opportunity coming up in South Carolina, and it just might literally be that, Pam, where it's just over the border, because of a career change opportunity. Now, did you ever want to work with children?
No, not really.
Okay, what are you doing right now for work, hon?
I am a credit manager.
Okay. And you're brilliant at it. But you know what? I keep seeing you managing some sort of either daycare or educational thing for children. An opportunity. It's a job opportunity that hasn't been offered to you yet. Okay? It is going to be offered to you in the future. Okay? And so it'll be a choice you can make if you choose to.
Okay.
All right? You're a Scorpio, honey. Nobody tells you what to do. I get that. Okay? Hey, I know. I'm just saying.
About the job that I'm on now.
Yes.
Okay, do you see any kind of changes or anything like that?
Oh,
going on with that position?
absolutely. That there's some sort of merger, the company's merging or absorbing another company. I see some sort of expansion going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're validating this, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just checking. And that there's some sort of promotional opportunity for you through this that you'll be told about within the next 2 weeks or 2 months.
Really?
Yeah. You picking up the same thing, Sharita?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, you're dead on. Spot on. The timing, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in her year of harvest. So this is, Pam, you're reaping the rewards of what you've planted in your life over the past 7 years. You will, I would definitely say, in February, see something of new beginnings happening in your life, which is about that time frame that you were talking about, Grace, 2 months. And yeah, this is your year where there's definitely, you will either get a better position, you will make more money, you will have more responsibility, and it's all in direct result of what you've really put into effort over the past 7 years. Does that make sense?
You know what? I feel that. So you're just confirming what I've been feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what God's trying to tell you something.
Now, see, basically, I'm going to be honest with you, Grace. That's kind of what I wanted to know, but I didn't know how to put it in words.
Right.
So, and you know what? I'm going to tell you another thing. I'm confirming this. You was the one that told me that I was going to get this job.
Thank you.
And you told me when I was going to get it. I didn't believe you. I said for the first time, Grace didn't tell me the right thing that you did. And I got it exactly when you told me to. And it's a great opportunity.
Oh, God bless. Thank you. I know as a Scorpio, it took a lot for you to like let that out and give that to me, and I'm loving you for it. You're an angel for and on air too. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that.
And she's going to feel better because Saturn's getting out of her sun sign, which is these past couple of years, Pam, if they've been a little extra slow, methodical, and kind of seem like you've felt restricted in some kind of way, that energy is going to start to really get out of your space. So look forward to that over the course of 2015 as well, because you really have a nice reward coming to that earning power you've got and your career in public life. So get ready to accept it and embrace it.
Absolutely.
I feel it. I feel it.
Good.
And thank you, ladies, for confirming it.
Awesome.
Hey, that's our J.O.B., babe.
And look, Grace, you know I'm going to call and tell you.
I know it, and I love that. I love that. Thanks, sweetheart. Appreciate it.